Okay guys, let's start this topic, which is self-help group, right? Self-help group refers to a self-governed people. Okay, few people governed, self-governed. Okay, they are performing similar social economic background. They belong to social economic background, voluntarily come together to perform a collective common purpose, right? They're having some common purpose, right? As you can, let me give you an example of a person. There's a person, uh, I think you all watched that Padman movie, right? Padman movie, in which Akshay Kumar provided a best example of this self-help group, right? Because after he became a rich man, he kind of create a factory, right? In which the women came together and produce sanitary napkin, and they deliver by themselves to other female at low level of cost. In this kind of concept, we can reduce the amount of money we are spending over the goods, right? Because they are desi, okay, they are self-made, they are atmanirbhar, they are not depending on other factors, right? Like pharmaceuticals industry, right? They need some kind of ingredient, right? Ingredient to perform the medical, to make the medicine, right? So actually, most of the pharmaceuticals ingredient came from China, and we all know that China is a kind of hostile relation we are sharing with China. So we cannot be totally dependent upon this China, right? So Atmanirbhar concept, which is provided by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi Sahab, they are giving that this self-help group is a kind of Atmanirbhar concept, right? So let the data of NABARD survey has been clearly indicating that they are doing well in their particular job, right? About 1 crore self-help group will active bank linkage. They are linking themselves with bank in India, covering more than 12 crore family existing in India, right? Self-help group has aggregate bank balance of about 7,000 crore, right? It's not small, right? It is actually a very large number of money, right? 90% self-help group in India consisting of inclusively of women. So we are directly empowering the women, right? They are increasing their uh, presence in the field of economy, right? Uh, they are directly included in this. They are increasing the GDP of India, right, guys? So around 60% of household covered self-help group reported an increase in asset. So it is obviously that they are performing the task, so they are getting the money, right? They are getting the asset revert back, right? So what make self-help group unique? So first of all, they are having a purpose, right? Common purpose, right? They're having some common purpose. So they collectively effort, put collective effort over that rather than individual effort, right? So we everyone know that teamwork is better than a single person work, right? Because in teamwork the task is divided into person, right? But in single work we are only having a single person who is controlling whole work. It is better to work over teamwork, right? So it is more effective, right? Per control group of people, hence minimum chance of default. Like there are number of their kind of hierarchy, right? People 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4, right? If this person do some mistake in this task, right? So this task pass to this person, they find out, right? Default in this task. If he didn't find, this will find. If he didn't find, this will obviously find, right? So it's a kind of hierarchy right there. So chances of default will be reduced, right? People similar social economic background leading to least social friction, right? Social friction should be reduced, right? So these are collective perform, they are collectively performing it, right? So benefit of self-help group, first of all we know that what is the benefit of this self-help group. Economic benefit, right? Income generation, right? First of all, if you are doing some work, right, you're producing a biscuit, right? Like a set of females created a biscuit factory, right? And they are going to directly to the shopkeeper and they are selling it. So they are first of all reducing the travel cost, right? Because they are near to the village, right? Or they are in the city, so they are directly going to the shop and selling their goods, so they are getting benefit directly, right? They are not intermediary, right? There are no intermediate person who are taking their money, right? So they are directly giving to the person and generate their income, right? For poor, especially women's, right? So you also know that the achar wala's woman has the startup up of achar wala women's, in which the women's from the rural background create achars and selling to the urban area, right? Because achar in the India is having significant role in the food, right? So self-reliant, first of all, self-reliant means they are not depending upon their husbands, right? The women are like, if they are selling the achar, they are having their own source of income, so they can first of all increase their human development index. We are directly affecting the human development index because they're developing themselves, right? Their living style is gradually increasing, right? They are getting more money, they can spend more on their children's, like their education, like they can provide good food, good clothes, everything in a better means, right? So financial inclusion, as already told, that they are reducing the dependency on a informal money lender sources, in- inculcating financial discipline, like they are having some kind of permanent money they are getting, right? Like they are getting 20,000 by selling achars, right? Let's consider there are five women, each will get 4,000 rupees. So that is kind of like they are having 4,000 proper income for their house, right? They can easily manage, right? The kind of help will be provided to them, right? Gender equality, right? Actually, this gender equality means the woman has less participation in the formal sector, right? And we can see that the leadership of the girls can be gradually increasing as the economic empowerment of human development is, like they are giving the support to them, right? So as we also know that the woman, like, if you you can, let consider your home example, right? In your home, right? If you tell your father to make a chapati, right? It used to be goal. It used to be goal. No, it can't. Like, because your father is not specified into in the matter of savings, right? Because your father is putting a lots of uh, atta in it, then pour water in it. But your mother know how to handle all these things. They are carrying the rations, they are managing their whole household. So the management skills of girls as compared to boys is much higher, right? So the girl, this kind of self-help group performing with girls, they are obviously increasing the chances of girls to get employed, right? Or in this sector, they generally don't need a kind of specialization. They need a specialization, but they don't, like a girl from the poor rural background, they don't know how to speak in English, but performing and creating an achar, it doesn't matter how you are good in communication skill, just you need to be thorough with your work, right? So improvement in social indicator, right? I already told you that the human development index will be going to high, and India is going to be higher in the social economic indexes, right? Social inclusion, right? Form of member to discuss their social and economical problem and allow marginalized section to participate in political and social economic affairs, right? As they are doing some work, they are in the contact of the people, they are making contact, so they can be influenced in a political manner, right? Governance act as a pressure group, they can influence the policy making, right? Because the policy maker in the bureaucrats is not having the proper channel to create, right? Because they are not aware of that, how they are going to be react over it, right? Because they are not having properly manner, right? But now they are having some their own group, right? They are having containing their self-help group, so it can easily influence the governance of the policy, right? To reduce the corruption through social audit, right? Actually they are performing some set of group, right? So it is easy for the government to distribute it among themselves and provide them for the policy, right? Issue with the self-help group: economic issue, poor infrastructure. The government is not provided a allocate amount of donation to them, mostly situated in rural area with lack of proper connectivity, like electricity is not there, water is not there. So this kind of thing is going on, right? And non-performing asset, concern of increased NPA of the loan. Okay, what is NPA? Non-performing asset, right? Given to self-help group is absence of economical available business, right? Asset to market, lack of access to a large market due to rural location. Like most of the, we already discussed that the most of the self-help group is having in the rural area, so they are not having proper connectivity, dependency on informal sector. In 2008, 8% of self-help group had borrowed money from informal sector, right? NABARD is having that data with them. Technology use of rudimentary technology of self-help group affects productivity. They are not having proper technology. Dependency of primary sector, like many of the activities undertaken in the self-help group are still based on the primitive skills related to mostly to primary sector enterprises. Less increase in income. They are not getting proper wage which they are going to get, like they are not getting proper amount of money which according to their work. So according to this we completed our topic, which is self-help group, right guys? So it is a good initiative among a people. They are creating their own group and they're performing their individual the group task. Okay, we can't say that individual tasks, they are performing their group task, right? So I consider them, consider that the people in this self-help group is definitely going to increase the productivity of India and increase their various indexes in India, right? Because in various index, India is falling far behind the other countries. As you can see that human development index, the India is not having very good position, and we tends to improve it, right guys? So I I genuinely feel that this self-help group is creating a better opportunity for others to perform well in their individual tasks on which they are best, right? No matter what, but they can create a kind of employment, right? Thank you very much. So please study about more about self-help group and let me know your thought in the comments, right? Thank you guys.